I do understand that people have like lost the ability to ask questions with grace and like
Yeah.
without judgment. And so I like want dateability to like bring that back again.
Hmm. I think it's a beautiful thing. Like Doug and I were talking about this before you guys appeared, and we've talked about this before, but like
Yeah.
for me, so clearly if you can't see us or haven't listened before, there's a big age gap between the two of us. So we're different generations and genders and things. And talking about like when do I disclose to someone? So I have cerebral palsy. At different phases in my life, I've used different assistive devices and whatever, but I've never been able to drive because of my disability. So normally when you're doing like dating stuff, I would always put a line in there that said arriving in a different container or something that hinted at the fact that I was different, right? But it's not overtly written. So if you read, you might say, hey, you mentioned that you're different. What's different or whatever, right? But if you don't, if you just read and saw my picture and went, ooh, I like that girl, then there would always become that conversation of, I'd say, well, I don't drive. And that was always the door that kicked open the conversation of, oh, well, I have cerebral palsy and I can't drive. And then, wait, what's that? You know what I mean? So I think it's different for other people though. Like if you're seated or, you have like something immunocompromised or something where you don't see it at all. Mine, I walk in, I look a little bit like a flamingo. Clearly something's going on. But for other people, that might not be the case. And so having this gives them a great way to kind of go, hey, something's different, and I'll give you a hint, and then open the conversation, right?